Hello everyone, today I'm back in World of Guns Gun Disassembly, and today we have yet another very iconic firearm to disassemble and first of all field strip and also test operation. So as you can see we have the Sten gun, the famous Sten gun. So this is a submachine. If you don't know, this is a submachine gun developed by the British during World War II. It was chambered for 45 ACP, I believe. Oh, actually, it was in 9mm. I'm just reading there. Just call bullshit on that. Okay. So basically, the Brits, well, they didn't have enough submachine guns in World War II, and they wanted to get as many as possible for as little money as possible, as quickly as possible. So in the beginning of the war, they were, or actually before the war as well, I think, they were buying guns from, buying Thompson submachine guns from America. But as I talked in the Thompson video, those guns were quite expensive to manufacture, which meant that they were quite expensive if you wanted to buy them on the market, and also they were quite labor intensive as well, which meant that they couldn't really crank out like an incredible amount of them. So all those things led to Britain deciding to develop their own submachine gun, and they wanted to make it as simple as possible in order to for it to be as cheap as possible, and also in order for them be able to make as many as possible as quickly as possible. So let's go into field stripping of this gun, and I'll show you what I mean. Alright, so as I said before, this is a submachine gun chambered for 9mm, and it is just an open bolt gun. It is very famous for its side-mounted magazine. You've probably all seen that before. Other than that, it's an incredibly simple gun, not very comfortable to shoot. As you can see, this plate down here is supposed to resemble a pistol grip, but it's just a metal plate. So I could imagine it's not the most comfortable thing in the world to hold while in full auto, but that was just I mean, desperate times call for desperate measures, I guess. And during World War II, Britain definitely had some desperate times, so I can imagine how this came about. So basically, there is no wood or anything on this gun. Everything is purely steel construction. We don't even, there isn't even like a front grip or a forend or something to hold on to the front of the gun. Basically what you have is, you have this pistol grip, in air quotes, and then your best bet is pretty much to hold on to the magazine well, and try to hold on to the gun that way. The sights are incredibly simple. You've got a peep sight, which is just milled into the it's just milled a piece on the end cap there of the receiver, with a hole there, and then you've got a front sight, which is just this post also milled into this part, into the front part, and that's pretty much it. There's not really much else there. I think it's probably full auto only. I'm not quite sure. We'll probably find that out when we do some testing of the functions of this gun. So let's first field strip it and see what it looks like inside. I have heard a bunch of things about this gun, obviously. I have never, however, disassembled one myself, so this is gonna be an interesting thing for me as well. Alright, and we've got this thing, trigger mechanism cover, it comes off as well, and that's it. Not sure why that cover has to come off. That's kind of weird, but whatever. Okay, so these are all the major parts. We've got the bolt. Looks like a fixed firing pin. Yep. And then there's an extractor there. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty much a typical sort of submachine gun type bolt there. We've got a recoil spring of a large diameter. That's because that's so that it can fit into the tubular receiver nicely, and it doesn't kink. It doesn't need a guide rod that way. It's pretty clever design. There's an end cap holding it in. There's a charging handle that comes out, and that's the buttstock, and this cover which comes out as well for whatever reason. Okay, so let's put it back together. This goes on. Okay, and then we've got bolt goes in, and then this recoil assembly. Actually, this goes in first, the bolt handle, and then the recoil assembly, and then the buttstock. That's it. Very simple. Oh, the mag, of course. How could I forget the mag? Alright. The mag is actually quite good, I think. It's a double stack, double feed magazine. It's just weirdly placed on the side for whatever reason. Okay. Let's do some disassembly on this. Let's see how... It's got literally 50 parts. Okay. I don't think it's gonna be much of a problem to disassemble this gun. This is pretty much the simplest gun, probably, like the simplest fully automatic gun you can disassemble. Alright, so let's just field strip it first of all. Let's take off the stock. Now this is just one continuous piece, it's all welded together, so there's nothing you can disassemble there. Then we can take out the recoil spring and this plug, which is actually two parts, weirdly enough. Okay, and then we've got the bolt handle. Bolt comes out, right? Let's take the bolt apart. So, as I said, we've got an extractor there with a spring, and that's it. We got a fixed firing pin, so there's nothing else in there to disassemble. And then on the we got this cover that we can take off. That's pretty much so that we can get to the trigger group. So let's take that apart, shall we? We've got a spring there, trigger spring, okay, and this thing, that's for the tripping lever apparently. Got a pin there, and the sear block. Okay, that's pretty cool. What else have we got? We got trigger, which is held in by a pin, which is just a piece of bent wire. Nice, that's pretty classy. So that comes out apparently, and it's just there's nothing you can disassemble there. Oh, actually, there is a pin there. Okay, right. There is the safety. Oh, it is the selector, it says, so it must be semi-auto as well. If it is called a selector, not just a safety, but I guess we're gonna see that later. So that's pretty much all on the rear part of the gun. On the front, we've pretty much only got the magazine well and the barrel sleeve, as it's called here. All right, the barrel probably comes out. Yeah, it does. There's a pin here, barrel fixing pin. Do I need to disassemble this somehow? And why can't I do it? Who knows? Okay, let's just leave that in there. We're gonna see if that needs to be disassembled or not. Probably does somehow. Okay, and we've got this part. So front side comes off, and then we've got the this is like the magazine. What even is that? Is that to lock the magazine housing onto the receiver? I'm not sure. We've got the button here. The magazine catch. Okay, and then yeah, this comes off the housing, and that's it. Okay, that's pretty cool. Let's put this thing back together, shall we? Reassembly. All right. Where should we start? Let's start on the fore end, if you want to call it that. So we've got where's the button? Okay. How does it go back together? There's a whole bunch of things here. Where's the rest of it, for Christ's sake? Oh, this needs to go on. Of course it does. I'm so dumb. Okay. Then we've got the magazine housing plunger that goes on. That pretty much just holds the magazine housing onto the actual receiver. I think that's how it works. And then we've got the actual magazine release button. And it's got a thingy on the side. Alright, and the front side. Perfect. Then we've got barrel. Okay. And then we've got this thing, which is the barrel sleeve. This goes on there. Perfect. Okay, so now if you move on to the rear, we've got the trigger group over on this side. So this goes on, basically the trigger bar sort of thing. And then we've got, let's see, that's for the mag. We've got the sear. That should go in first of all, shouldn't it? Probably. That's for the bolt. Does the sear not go in? Okay, so the selector goes in first. That's fine. And then the sear should... No. Okay, that's also fine, I guess. Let's just put this together so it's out of the way. What goes in next? Is it the trigger? Yes. Okay, perfect. Trigger goes in. We've got this thing on the side that holds it in. It's pretty clever. And then we've got the sear. It goes in. There's also this spring, which doesn't apparently go in yet. Not before that pin. Okay. Come on. And then we've got this spring, which is just for the trigger apparently. It's just weirdly, just crudely like connected to that spring. That's kinda sketchy. That's pretty cool. This is pretty much how I would build a gun. Just like this. You would see stuff like this all over my gun. Anyway, let's put the housing back on. There we go. Okay, and then we can start reassembly of the major components. So bolt handle, and then we've got the recoil spring goes into that plunger thing, and then into the end cap. That all goes behind the bolt, and then we've got the mag. Okay, and then we've got the buttstock. Perfect. And then we've got the mag goes in, and there we go, one reassembled Sten gun. Perfect. Okay, Let's check the oh shit, nice. Let's check the operation of this thing, shall we? I'm interested if it has a semi-auto function. Let's see. Fire single, fire auto. Nice. It has a semi-auto setting. That's pretty cool. Okay. So let's just take some shots. So here you can see all of it pretty much how it works. It's a very open system, or it's just easy to see, I guess, because it's tilted sideways. It's just a mag in there, and cartridges are fed straight into the chamber. Oh, it is actually a single feed mag. I'm sorry. I think I said it was a double feed mag before. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And pretty much as soon as it is fed in the chamber, it is fired with the bolt, because it has just a fixed firing pin. Let's test this out, shall we? Oh yeah, that works. Let's go slow. Here comes the bolt, picks up the round, fires. There we go. Alright. And then it gets caught by the sear. Let's go to full auto, shall we? Right, and then slow. Nice. So it just doesn't get caught by the sear, and if it had enough ammo, it could just cycle like this for an eternity. That's pretty cool looking. I'm not sure what the rate of fire on the Sten is like. I would imagine it's probably quite high, but maybe not terribly so, actually. It is interesting to me that it is in 9x19, because obviously the previous submachine guns, the fucking Thompsons that Britain had, were in 45, I believe. So it's kind of weird. I mean, you could imagine the ammunition is probably much cheaper to manufacture, and also you could capture some German stuff as well, which would be quite useful probably. Oh, okay, let's do no slow-mo. Okay, that's I think that's a fairly reasonable rate of fire. Yeah, I think that's not terrible. Okay, let's see how long it takes to deplete a full mag if we hold it non-stop. Let's see. Right. Alright, that's 30 rounds. Not terrible. That's pretty comparable to the other submachine guns. Pretty good, yeah. And I didn't say before, but this notch on top of the bolt handle, opening in the receiver is like a safety notch. You can just lock it in there, as you can see here. Just locks in there, and it's safe when it's in there. Other than that, as I said, very simple gun, not really much to it. What else do we have to do? Oh, we can change the stock. Nice. Apparently there were some wooden stocks. Oh no, of course not. It's just another weird metal stock. This one actually has some sort of pistol grip. You can actually wrap your thumb around this one, much better, which probably would be better to shoot. However, the cheek rest wouldn't be the best on that metal as well. What else do we have to do? Silencer. Okay. Oh shit, that's a big old suppressor. Nice. Okay. It's nice that it has the same diameter as the receiver, which it looks kind of seamless. Let's see how it sounds. Oh yeah, that's nice. It seems kind of unbelievable though. I think it would have to be subsonic 9mm for it to be that quiet, and because obviously 9mm usually is supersonic ammunition, so it would have to be specially loaded, I guess. I'm not sure if they bothered with that. They probably did actually. If they used them, they probably used them for some special operations, so they probably had to bother with that. What else do we have? Pistol grip. Let's do pistol grip. How do we do pistol grip? Probably have to change the stock, right? Yep, there we go. Oh, no, it's literally a metal pistol grip. Okay. Fine, whatever. That could work, I guess. I mean, wouldn't be the best, but it would work. Alright, what else do we have? Safety. I think I used the safety before. Oh no, that's the selector. This is the safety. The safety notch is the safety. How do I use it? I guess I have to reload maybe. Let's try that out, shall we? Alright, safety. Yep, there we go. Just locks it in there. And X-ray. You can see the cartridges. Pretty nice. Alright, what else do we have? We've got the springs and stuff. Nice. There's the bolt. Let's just go. Oh, it's unsafe. Of course it is. That works. Nice. Alright, what else do we have? Barrel. And do we have a cutaway? Yes, we do. It's just a cutaway of the chamber though, and the trigger mechanism. See how that works actually. That back in. So let's go semi and slow. Okay, so it just drops it. Okay. That's pretty cool. It's got a spring holding it in that way. How does the trigger actually activate it? Oh, I think it just moves forward or something. This bar. And it just sort of releases it, I think. Alright, that's interesting. I think that's probably enough for the Sten. I mean, this is a pretty nice configuration here with the pistol grip and the giant suppressor. That's pretty cool. So anyway, this was pretty much all I know about the Sten gun. If you like this video, you can press the like button and subscribe to my channel. You can also check out my other videos, and I will see you next time.